The North Shore Football Show on MSONewsSports.com. Coach Chris, you're looking at the Lynn English High Bulldogs practicing Wednesday, getting ready for their game Friday night at Manning Field against Bill Ricca in the second week of the playoffs. We'll talk with Coach Chris Carroll and some of his players. We'll make a stop in Danvers to meet with Coach Ryan Nolan and some of his players. Then on up to Hamilton Wenham, we'll meet with Coach Jim Pugh and some of his key players. That just happened to be our Players of the Week. Plus, Gloucester coach Tony Cirelli fills us in on the Wilmington Marblehead game. He's played both schools this year.
Coach Carroll, undefeated right now, going into the second round of the playoffs. What's it like?
It's good. It's good to be playing these kind of games. We're in November now. Kids are working hard. They've worked hard all season, and we're real happy to be here. And we're really excited for Friday night.
Tell me about Bill Ricca. What do you know about them?
I was able to see them live. Able to see some film on them. They're a big, strong, physical team. They do a lot of things well. Seem like a well-coached team, and they get some strong backs. They're a good football team.
So they'll run the football or try to.
They'll run. They can they can throw the ball. They're a well-balanced offense. Defensively, they're a good football team. They've had some success in the previous years. Play a tough schedule. Play in a tough conference. They're a good football team.
Coach, we talked a couple of times about the season that you guys are having and being undefeated right now. But if you were to look at the team from last year to this year, or look at real strengths, what are some real strengths of this team and improvements?
One for sure is the team chemistry in regards that, and some leadership. And that's not to say anything against previous year's teams. It's just we have a little bit more of that this year. The kids, they're together a lot. They work hard together, for the common goal. Leaders. It's not just our captains. We could have. There's a lot of kids on this team that lead, and they do a great job of it. They're self-motivated, and they want to win.
As far as the matchup with Bill Ricca, do they present something new to English that you guys have not seen so far this year from one of the other, say, league opponents?
Not necessarily anything new. We've faced a variety of offenses. So I wouldn't say anything in particular that's brand new to us. It's not like they do anything completely different. But they pose their share of challenges for sure.
Coach, any other thoughts about your team and how you're getting ready for this week's game?
No, we're just working hard. Getting better every day at practice. Today's a big work day for us, and we're excited for Friday night.
All right, Ski, what's it like playing on an undefeated football team going into another round of the playoffs?
It's great, man. We work hard every day at practice. I love being around with them. They bring a great energy to practice. I can't ask for anything that anyone else.
Yeah. Jake, you're smiling. Must be good, right?
This is a great feeling. No one really was counting on us to be where we are right now at the beginning of the season, so it's kind of just great to prove all doubters wrong.
Yeah. Matt, how about yourself?
I feel the same as Jake and Ski said. It's a really good team that we have back here. We have really good chemistry, and we keep improving every day.
What's come together for the team this year, would you say, Matt?
I'd probably say the chemistry, because we're with each other all the time, and we know our strengths and weaknesses, and yeah.
And Jake, where has the team really developed this year in a couple of areas?
I'd say, especially the O-line, we've really come together as a group, more of a brotherhood than a group, really. We've all gotten to know each other very well, so we're a lot more close-knit than we were last year.
Yeah. Ski, how about yourself?
The defense, really, we've done a great job of slowing teams down, holding them down to points. I think the defense will be our strong point.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. Our company has been proud to have supported high school sports on the North Shore for more than 30 years. Our student athlete program recognizes championship performance in the classroom and on the field. Moynihan Lumber is also committed to championship performance when it comes to meeting all your building and home improvement needs. And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations: in Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
The North Shore Football Show on MSONewsSports.com.
All right, Coach. Man, Tewksbury has been the bane of the Northeast Conference for the last couple of years, and you've earned the right, if I can put it that way, to play them after beating Lynn Classical. So, what can you tell me about this weekend's game?
Everybody knows Tewksbury is, notoriously a tough, unselfish team that plays physical, really, really well coached, and they've had a history of success. So, we're happy. We worked hard for this opportunity, like you said before. The kids are excited. There's no, we're going to go in and give it our best, and the kids aren't intimidated by situations. I don't think they get intimidated, and we're going to go and we're just thinking about having our best practice of the year today and getting prepared to play them.
And what is the preparation like for you as coaches when you get together and you know that you were able to overcome a big obstacle last weekend and you got a bigger obstacle coming up this weekend? What does that mean for you guys as coaches when you get together to plan out this week?
Well, I think we're fortunate to have some grounded kids that are able to enjoy victory and then get ready for the next game. The other thing that Tewksbury brings a tremendous challenge in is that they're the most multiple team probably in Eastern Mass, going from empty to spread to 3 tight end eye. So they're going to move it around to give a lot of different fronts. So we got to be prepared and be able to go out there and let the kids play fast and have them play confident.
All right, general health of your team, Coach?
We're the best health we've been all year. We've got a couple kids nicked up, but a couple kids who were banged up early in the year, back to full health. So we're going in there, with the pretty, with a good group of kids ready to go and we're healthy.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, tell me who do we have here?
Right here we have Taj Coakley.
Okay.
And Colby Holland, 2 of our senior players, 2 of our best players, real tough, solid kids, outstanding football players.
Okay.
Leaders.
All right, and Colby, you started what position? How long have you been on varsity now?
I've been on the team for 3 years, but
okay.
I got hurt last year and I didn't really play my sophomore year.
Have you moved around a little bit? Have you stayed in one position?
Yeah, I've started at safety and I moved to linebacker, and I've been rotating a lot around offense, playing like fullback,
okay,
back, and wide receiver.
All right. So what do you like best? You like catching the ball? You like hitting somebody, or you like playing on defense? What's the best part?
I don't know. I like catching the ball a lot. I think
okay.
Wide receiver is my favorite position.
What's your favorite?
Wide receiver.
Okay. Well, we got a wide receiver over here I've seen a couple of times, and Taj, I've also seen you back on defense. What's the best part of it for you? You've had some fun out there in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's just working with the team and just, getting them to get going. We've really just became a solid team this year. So people doubted us, so we're proving them wrong.
Okay, when you want the ball now, I mean, you guys playing receiver, I mean, they have set plays, but there's sometimes when you have some kind of signal back to your QB when you say, hey, I'm open, hit me?
Yeah, we have signs that we give them sometimes, what route we're going to run and when it's a good time to run it. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, and Colby, let's go back over here now. What's a highlight for you maybe this season? Because you guys have had some tough games, but I would guess maybe beating Classical last week might have been one of them.
Yeah, I'd say that was our best game overall for the year. That was really huge for us. A lot of big turnovers. We played really good on offense, and our defense was pretty locked down the whole game besides one big play. But other than that, I thought we played really good.
And Taj, what about on defense? Because I've seen you fly on offense. Do you have some fun back there?
Yeah, defense has been huge this year. He always capitalizes on our defense and how we have to execute. And it's just special teams and defense is just a huge thing to just come out and execute on. Because if our offense isn't going, then we need our defense. So.
What's it like changing, guys? This is your senior year, and I know when you're a freshman, you look at this and you look at the big kids and you say, man, that's way down the road. But here you are. Do you have a way? Do you feel? Maybe that's the wrong question, but you work with the younger kids, Colby. Have some of these kids come along and help the varsity?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kids have stepped up. We have a freshman starting on our line. His name is Andy Cronus. I think he stepped up the most out of anybody. I mean, taking on a huge role as a freshman. I mean, when I was a freshman, I don't think I could have done that. So I really respect him for that.
Taj, is there some other kid that maybe you've helped along and seen these kids grow? Because I mean, there had to be somebody help you guys when you were younger, right?
The older kids before helped us out a lot to show that we had to be leaders when we were younger. So now I think he might still not be like a freshman, or sophomore, or junior, but he's a senior. Isaac Downs, he stepped up a huge amount. He's a key factor on our defense. People test him all the time, and he just comes out and shows out.
Okay, Coach, you're nodding your head over here. You got something to tell me about these two guys?
No, I think the biggest thing about these two is, in all honesty, and we talk all the time, they're not perfect, but when we get out on the field and we compete, there's no two other kids you'd want on the field. They're all heart and soul. They compete. They're willing to go to block, do whatever they have to do to win, and they're winners. I mean, Colby's a 3-time state championship wrestler. Taj has won a state championship in basketball. They've helped, develop this program into what it is, and they're just excellent kids that have extreme toughness, unbelievable competitiveness, and they're working to get better in the other things that might not be as strong. So I just have the utmost respect for them.
All right, final question, Colby. Have you started looking at schools, or schools started looking at you either way?
No, not really. I don't really know what my plan is for college yet.
Any idea what you want to do down the road?
I was looking into physical education and coaching.
Cool. I'd like that, having these kids come back. Taj, what about you? What's in the future?
I'm not really sure what I'm going to do down the road in college-wise, but I just want to do something in the physical education world too. So.
Okay. Hey guys, thanks a lot. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings. With 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore, we have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Well, Coach, you made it through the first round, and now Arlington Catholic's coming up, another one of those vaunted private schools. What do we know about this one?
Well, actually we met them last year, and because we both were in the losers bracket, and we ended up matching up and playing them here. So we are familiar. They have a lot of kids back from their team, and obviously we had most of our team back too. So, as I've been saying, playoff time, it's going to be tough. It's always tough. And this will be another tough game. So they run a spread. They're big. They're huge. I mean, they have a very big line, and the quarterback's a 2-year starter. Their number one receiver, running back, their guy that does it all for them is quick. I mean, and he can move. So we'll have our hands full. I mean, it will be a typical playoff game.
And for you guys, the saying goes, you dance with what brung you. You pretty much say the same.
Well, the nice thing for us, truly, is that we're not a one-person show. It's not just Camp Peach. It's not Billy. It's Jake Lanciani, Phil Durgan, Ian Coffey. We got Michael Crowley. Who else? We have guys that can do the job for us, and they all have been able to step up. So that's what we'll be looking for. Just moving the ball around, getting people the ball.
Should be fun. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we have Camp Peach on the left, Billy Whalen on the right, and another player of the week coming from Hamilton Wenham. And Cam, you're the senior. Let's talk with you first. How long have you guys been working together here? Because your pass-catch combination looks like you guys know each other very well.
Yeah, we've been working together for like 3 years now.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. And,
okay.
We've been we've been on the same page, getting the timing down, just like putting things together. And this year it just clicked very well.
Have you done it outside of practice? You guys work maybe in the summer or other times, Bill?
Yeah, during the summer we had a lot of 7-on-7 leagues where we got our timing down, but unfortunately Cam had a shoulder surgery last year, so he was a little limited, but we still got some timing down during the summer, just getting everything ready.
I want to talk to you guys both about defense because you both are outstanding on defense, but before that, let's talk a little bit about what makes you go, Cam, because you've got other guys who help out. Maybe you could mention one or two of the other guys who make you get loose sometimes.
Ian Coffey and Jake Lanciani definitely contribute to that. I'd say to the most. They both, like Jake out wide, he's a very dangerous receiver, so they have to shade one way. And Ian Coffey is very, very dangerous running back with like 11 touchdowns now, and only like 6 games, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's definitely bringing up the defense. So it's just like over.
And Bill, what about you? Tell me about a lineman or two who help you out. Then I want to ask you about something else about your pass catching combination here. But is there a lineman, maybe starting with your center?
Yeah, Evan Bucci. We've been center quarterback for about 7 years now, all throughout youth. So we have a great bond. And my backside, Thomas Monahan and Morgan Limpard, and even my front side, Henry Smith and Matt Weeman, they all help out a lot.
Heard a lot about that backside lately on TV. Okay. All right, and the other thing I want to ask you, Bill, is we noticed a couple of games we've done here. You call a play, you look maybe one way, but then I don't know if you call it a check down or whatever. But we see Cam out there in the defensive secondary waving his arm, waving his right arm. What's that all about?
So sometimes the play breaks down and I just have to get out of the pocket, and Cam knows how to get open, and all I have to do is find him and make the right pass.
And you feel confident with that game? Because sometimes you're way downfield.
Yeah, you just got to signal and let him know where you're going. And he's a smart enough kid. He knows where I'm going.
All right, so let me ask you about defense. You guys play defense, and what's the high point of defense for you? What's the best part of it?
For me, honestly, making a solid hit, a nice hard hit.
And you're at linebacker, right?
No, safety.
Oh, you're in safety. Okay.
Yeah, coming up, making a hit. I feel like tackling is like a lost part of the game. Just like,
well, you get the payback, right, from when you get hit. Okay. Phil, what about you?
So I usually don't play defense, but our cornerback got hurt last week, and so I had to step in. And really just stopping the team like on 4th down is really the best thing, just so we get the ball back and we have another opportunity to score.
Okay, cool. Well, congratulations, guys, and good luck this week.
All right, thank you.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. Our company has been proud to have supported high school sports on the North Shore for more than 30 years. Our student-athlete program recognizes championship performance in the classroom and on the field. Moynihan Lumber is also committed to championship performance when it comes to meeting all your building and home improvement needs. And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations. In Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings, with 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore. We have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
All right, with Coach Tony Cirelli of Gloucester High School, and Coach, tough work this week. Tough week last week, I should say, in the playoffs. And what's the goal for this week?
It's just to get better. You know, we met Friday night when we got back here after the long trip back from Wilmington, and we discussed as a team what we wanted to do for the next couple of weeks, where we wanted to be, what the attitude should be like. And you know, these seniors really stepped up and they said, you know, we're going to play all out, we're going to go all out, and that's what you expect. We had another mini conference today, and the attitude's been great, and the seniors are really going to carry this team the rest of the way. And it's not ideal, it's not where you want to be, but you know, we got 3 big games left, culminating with Thanksgiving at the end, and we're going to get better every week, and we're going to keep working at it.
And watching practice, it's pretty spirited. Looked like there's some good morale.
Yeah, I think the morale's up. You know, it stinks to lose, and it stinks to get knocked out of the playoffs, but these kids play football because they love football. the kids that don't love football aren't here anymore. They're not going to stick it out. And these kids have been here all year. They've been working hard off season, and they still have something to play for. You know, some sports you lose in the playoffs, you're done. You go home and you never play that sport again. These guys are lucky, you know, they got knocked out, but they still get to play what they love and play the sport. So I think their attitude's been great.
You got a consolation game coming up really with Wakefield, because I know Coach Steve Cummings was pretty disappointed. He felt like you guys were against Marblehead, a play away or two.
You always feel that way against Marblehead. No, Wakefield's a great team. We've got a bunch of film on them. Good, solid team, big kids. Play hard, play good physical football. It'll be a fun game Friday night.
What about Wilmington and Marblehead? You guys have played them both, and Wilmington going into Marblehead, Marblehead is sort of like a magical place for the magicians.
It's a tough place to play, definitely. Defensively, I think Wilmington and Marblehead are probably the best two defensive teams we've played. So if they play defense like they play defense against us, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Marblehead's just strong through the middle, athletic on the outside, really, tighten the screws on you defensively. And Wilmington, I'll tell you, they're quick, they're athletic, they hit hard. We were standing on the sidelines, and you could hear the hits that they were laying. And I think it'll be a good defensive battle.
Okay, finally, Coach, the NEC looking pretty good with Danvers and Marblehead still in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Two great schools, two great football programs. Looking for them to go the distance.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.
The North Shore Football Show on MSO News Sports.com.